Yeah, Patrick. Just want to see how fast you were with that thing. You do all right,
A trick like that could get you killed, Billy.
Matter of fact, you might even say I'd be kind of worried about which of us is the fastest.
Didn't you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you. I'm just fooling around, just playing a trick on you.
All these days you're going to pick the wrong time for fooling around.
Oh, I wouldn't say that, Patrick. But what if I had a notion to push it to a showdown between us sometime? Then I remember how you got that gun out real fast and just might knock that fool notion right out of my head.
Yeah, it just might. What are you doing down here anyway, Billy?
I was figuring I'm asking you the same thing.
Well, I'm here to deliver a prisoner to the territorial prison in Tularosa.
I don't see one. Unless you're figuring on delivering me.
Any reason I should? You didn't say why you were here.
Didn't I tell you that?
No.
Yeah. Well, I was riding into town today, and I heard some hard talk about how you might be facing trouble, and...
And you just figured how you might enjoy some trouble yourself.
Well, yeah, something like that.
Well, forget it, Billy. You're not paid to help me with my job.
Well, I didn't think you'd need any help anyway. So, see you back in Lincoln?
I'll be there.
You don't want me to hang around here you sure you don't?
I'm sure.
I...
Thanks anyway, Billy.
That you, Garrett?
Right, Marshal.
Get down.
It's been a few years, huh, Garrett?
That's right, Reese.
You wish you was still a few more, don't you?
Climb down, fella. We ain't got all night.
Oh, you haven't changed much, Garrett. Except for that.
He's all yours from here on.
Run into any trouble?
No, but that ain't no indication that you won't. Heelan's been running pretty high about him getting off too easy.
Did you hear that, Garrett? 10 years in that stinking territorial prison isn't enough for killing a human skunk.
If it's all right with you, Sheriff, I'll be getting home. I got a long ride ahead of me.
Sure, Marshal. All right, Reese.
That ought to make your job a lot easier, Garrett.
What are you talking about?
In case you don't know it, that gentleman intends to kill me.
we get to Tularosa?
About 4 hours. There's one stop first at Oro Grande.
Yes, I know.
Who is he?
You should know Max Bragg. I shot his brother.
I sure wouldn't want your job, Sheriff.
I feel the same way sometimes. But why this time in particular?
10 years in prison ain't much for murdering a man like Jim Bragg.
Well, you should have been on the jury.
Jim Bragg had a lot of friends.
Well, if you run into any of them on this train, let me know.
Not me. I'm staying out of this.
Things happen in a funny way, don't they, Garrett? You must enjoy seeing me like this.
There was a time when I'd rather have seen you dead, Reese.
10 years isn't enough time for you either, is it, Pat?
My only interest in you is getting you to Tularosa. Past is gone.
Come on. You hate my guts, Garrett, and you know it. A few years ago, you'd have gunned me down on sight.
That was a few years ago. Now you're just part of my job.
Sure. And they had to twist your arm to get you to take it, didn't they? You don't want to see me get off with a 10-year sentence any more than Max Bragg does. Well, you know something? To me, 10 years in a stinking jail is worse than a hanging. I'd rather be dead. And I just might get you riled up enough that you'll do it yourself. That is, if Mr. Bragg doesn't beat you to it. I figure it'll happen when we're stopped at Oro Grande. Still the same Lobo habits, I guess. Man never loses them, does he? They hang on like hate.
I told you that what was between us is dead, Reese.
You're a fool if you believe that.
You're a fool to push it, Reese.
You really mean that, don't you? I stopped running from you a long time ago, Pat. I even went looking for you one time just to end it quick. She probably won't believe that. Sometimes I don't believe it myself.
I know you murdered a man named Bragg. That was a stupid thing to do. And I never thought you were a stupid man.
We found a place, a good place. Water, grass. I filed a land patent on it. I even built a house with my own hands. After Joanne died, I went back there. Maybe it was because I figured that was the one place you wouldn't look for me. Maybe it was because it meant something special to me, which you wouldn't believe either. Bragg owned most of the range around my homestead, wanted the water. Most nesters will run when a cattleman pushes them. I didn't. But Mr. Bragg was a hard man to convince. Finally, the time came when I had to push back hard. I called him out and killed him with one shot.
Witnesses at the trial said he wasn't packing a gun.
They told the truth, which was tough luck for Mr. Bragg.
I figured it was your tough luck, too, Reese.
Almost as pretty as she was.
Shut up, Reese.
Well, I like it. What'd they call it? Oh, yeah, My True Love Sleeps. They used to play that a lot at the dances on Saturday up at Rath's store, Double Creek Mountain. Remember? Maybe you'd rather forget how a better man stole your girl. Now, there's no doubt where we stand, is there, Pat?
It never has been, Reese.
Why are you going to let him kill me?
If I wanted that, I'd do it myself.
Because I married her?
Because she died alone. I was in Tucson when I heard about it. I was told that you had left her alone to shift for herself on a dirt farm that was too poor to keep a dog alive. She was sick. You didn't know or you didn't care. Reese, I spent the next 2 years looking for you. If I'd have found you, I'd have gunned you down the same way you killed Jim Bragg.
And what's stopping you now?
You wouldn't understand it, Reese. Stand up.
Sorry to disappoint you, Sheriff.
Yes, I'll bet you are. I'm telling you this just once. You stay out of this.
I can't do that, Sheriff.
They'll bury you with your brother if you argue with Garrett.
I got no quarrel with you, Garrett.
Not yet.
You didn't know my brother. You wouldn't feel this way if you had. He walked the way a man should. He spent 20 years building what he had. And a cowardly killer ended it in 1 second. He was hard, but he was fair. It's over for him, but not for his wife and kids.
Reese was found guilty and sentenced for what he did.
10 years for wiping out a man's life. You call that justice?
The judge did.
I don't. Reese won't get to the territorial prison alive.
Ora Grande. There'll be a 5-minute stop, folks.
There's a fellow that wants me dead almost as much as you do, Pat.
Got it? Keep it for the time being.
Bragg just got off long enough to pick up reinforcements. Why draw things out? Why not turn me over to him now? That'd square things, wouldn't it?
You're going to prison, Reese.
Sure. While you stand up against 3 guns making sure I do. Makes sense, Garrett.
I said you wouldn't understand. It's my job. What happened?
I don't know. Something on the tracks, maybe.
Get your head out of that window. What happened? You see the conductor?
I saw a man wearing his clothes, but it wasn't Joe.
All right, get this train moving. If you want to kill Reese, but do you want it badly enough to die for the privilege?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You pay that conductor for making a try at him.
Prove it.
I don't have to prove it to myself. Next time I shoot, I'll pick you first.
Kill that conductor, why didn't he?
Because you aren't worth it.
Years ago, we fought the same Comanches, slept on the same ground, loved the same woman.
That's enough.
What makes you better than me? If you'd have been in my place, you'd have gunned down Jim Bragg the same as I did.
No, it isn't quite the same. Jim Bragg never had a chance.
He needed killing.
Maybe that's the difference between us, Reese. I go by the rules when I can.
I always make my own rules. And so did you once. Tell me, in 4 years, how did you get small enough to hide behind that badge?
Reese, maybe it took a little bit of growing.
I suppose I'm supposed to thank you for saving my skin.
You're just another prisoner.
Yeah, that's what you keep telling me. Well, maybe I do owe you something. There's one thing you ought to get straight about Joanne.
Don't push me, Reese.
Now, I'm not asking you to believe it. You probably won't, but it's true. Joanne was sick when we were married. We both knew it. And I was trying to earn enough money to get her well when she died.
Not yet. We'll get off ahead of him at Tularosa.
We'll probably try it when we get off at Tularosa. Anybody meeting us?
We're by the station now. Tight cover the far end.
You people stay here. Take cover. Come on, sit down. A man has a right to defend himself.
aboard.
Frank.
I figured it would end up this way between us, Pat.
It ended between us a long time ago, Reese. Give me that gun.
Let's get it over with.
Hey, Patrick. Well, you're working for the railroad now, huh?
Billy, what are you doing here?
Tundle bought some breed stock down near El Paso, and I'm picking them up for him. Yeah, I've been hearing about that fella you took in.
Dan Reese.
I should have hung him in the first place, Patrick. Saved you all that trouble. Reese, he's one of those fellas born to hang.
Dan Reese was a lot like you, Billy. Liked to make his own rules.
No one will ever hang me, Patrick.
Morning.
Hi. We could sure use some help.
I see that.
Are you the sheriff?
Pat Garrett. Who turned a job like this over to you girls?
Uncle Silas. He's laid up and we're just helping.
Silas?
Silas Metcalf. We're new around here. Our place is just over that ridge, and we thought to save time by going through here.
Oh. All right, swing her open. I'll run them through for you.
Hey, that's a beautiful horse you got there. You sure can't handle her.
Thank you. I'll take care of the gate.
I don't know what we would have done without you.
Mighty good-looking stock you have there. Looks like they're well taken care of. That's Sorrel. Your uncle buy him around here?
I don't think so.
Seems to me I've seen those markings somewhere before.
Yeah!
Hey! Hold on! Stop it!
Well, I've been waiting all morning for you, Sheriff. I was told you'd be here early.
What is it, Hank?
Horse thieves. 5 head were run off my place last night. I ain't the only one that's lost stock lately. Just in the last month, Fletcher lost 2 head. They got away with 3 from old man Hull.
I'll look into it, Hank.
I got an idea who it is. Some squatters moved in on the old Simpson place. A man named McBean. He's got 2 daughters. Ever met him?
Yeah, might be.
Pretty young things, ain't they? Well, it ain't the old man. A couple of us checked on him. He never left his place, but them girls did. I think he's forced them into horse thieving.
I'll rent a horse and ride out to McBean's place.
Rent a horse?
Morning, Sheriff. Bring your horse on in. Billy here does his own shoeing. He's good as any smith.
I want to rent a horse.
You got a horse.
I'm in a hurry, Dan.
Oh, you lose yours? Or somebody steal it?
Them girls.
Girls?
They get your horse, Pat? Oh, they're tricky. There's no doubt about it.
What girls?
Now they're teens. But that don't mean they ain't as clever as it comes.
You mean 2 little girls stole your horse, Patrick?
Dan, I'm in a hurry.
Listen, I'll help you round up a posse. They might get rough. Well, I mean, 2 of them.
Billy, if you're finished shoeing your horse, you better hurry on back to Tundle's ranch. If you keep hanging around here, you'll be arrested for loitering.
No, I'm just trying to help out.
Hank, I'll get your horses back, but I don't need any more help from you now, so go on home.
Well, Pat,
You're loitering, Billy.
Found your horse up the street.
Are you sure?
Right around the corner. Maybe they got scared. Being your horse, they just brought it back.
Stop, thief! I'll shoot! Well, that's my horse. Somebody get the sheriff.
I am the sheriff. And this is my horse.
I got a bill of sale right here. Bought him this morning.
The horse was stolen.
Oh, no. Bought it from 2 nice young girls. They raised it from a colt. Nearly broke their hearts to sell him, but their poor old mother was sick and they needed money for a doctor.
I'm sorry, mister. These people will tell you this horse belongs to me.
They stole him from you?
The sheriff's had a pretty hard day, mister. I wouldn't ask too many questions.
You'll get your money back. Billy?
No, just heading back to Tundle's. I'll turn off the road up here a piece. I think I want a lowering charge added to my record.
Wake up. Wake up. Come on, wake up.
One little drink and they throw you in the gallows. I could sue. False arrest.
You're not in jail, but if you don't give me some answers, you will be.
You get a warrant?
No.
Well, a man owns his castle. Now, I read that in a book once. Oh, you ain't talking to no ignoramus.
You make bean?
Yeah.
We don't like horse thieves in this county.
I never stole any horses. Anyone says that's lying.
Where are your girls?
I don't know. I just can't keep track of them. Why? They done something?
Mm-hmm.
Them wildcats. Their ma died when they was just youngins. I've been both ma and pa to them, but they just naturally ain't no good. Bringing shame and disgrace to their poor old daddy.
Where are the horses?
You try to give youngins a proper upbringing, but they just ain't got no respect for their elders these days. Say, you thought I knowed what they was doing, huh?
Uh-huh.
I'd nothing to do with it. But I seen this a-coming, and I warned them, but they never been content to live like decent folks. Always wanting to buy them store-bought G-Jaws and easy money just led them astray.
More likely you put them up to it.
Oh, if you ever met my girls, you'd know that nobody had ever had to put them up to nothing.
Yeah. And they're the ones I want. They'll be coming back here?
They always turn up at eating time.
Unless they see my horse.
Oh, there's a shed outside, Sheriff.
Good.
Sheriff, I ain't one to turn against family. Kind of ideals I got. But them gals have got to be taught a lesson. That's the sheriff. He's come to get you and I'm helping. Sheriff, this one's May and that one's June. They're my name.
But, Pa, we ain't done nothing.
What you got there?
Nothing.
Well, that's Game Age.
But we ain't never had nothing like that before.
You squander your money and things that ain't meant for you while your poor old daddy ain't hardly got enough to eat. Take him, Sheriff.
But, Pa, he'll put us in jail.
Maybe not. The judge might understand the circumstances.
You ain't fooling us. We ain't going nowhere with you.
Throw a rope on a heifer, goes where you go.
Well, you can't do that, Pa. You can't do that.
Now, see here. Now, you tell the sheriff what you done with them horses, and he'll make it easier for you, like you said. Sheriff, they wouldn't hang him for horse stealing, would they? Oh, folks would sure get a bad impression of us McBeans.
I'll fall off if you try to chase her. You'll never catch her. You never would have caught me.
Telling the two of you for the last time, behave.
No.
No more tricks. You'll hurt yourself.
Oh, my back. Where I fell.
It didn't hurt you any before now.
I wouldn't admit it to you.
We'll have a doctor look at it when we get into town.
She's hurt. Don't torture her.
Come on out.
I was following some Mavericks, Patrick. I thought maybe they strayed over this, But now, you don't want me around, you just say the word.
No. I'm glad you came along, Billy. I can use some help. This one claims her back's hurt. I'll need a wagon to drive him back into town. Fletcher's place is just 2 miles down the road. He'll let me have one. They're tied up good. They can't get away, but, watch him. I'll only be a little while.
Mr. Billy?
Billy!
Over here.
They, got away. I was watching them just like you said, Patrick. Let me tell you, they was acting something pitiful.
You untied them.
Well, yeah, they gave me their word they'd behave, Patrick. Let me tell you, they're tricky.
Yeah. Where's your gun?
Well, it was when I was leaning over to untie one of them.
She lifted it.
Well, yeah, tricky, that's the word.
So they held your own gun on you and tied you up.
Yeah, but that May said she'd pull the trigger. Well, she sounded like she meant it.
If word of this ever got around, Billy the Kid. Where's your horse?
Doggone it, you know where my horse is.
They admired it, huh? Well, I guess I'll be able to pick up their trail.
I got a gun and a horse of mine. I'm coming along.
Yeah? On what? They're not saddle broke. You'll hold me up riding them bare. Besides, Fletch will be wanting his buckboard.
Well, we'll leave it here. We pick it up later. I'm going after him. I have to walk.
All right, Billy.
All right, you want up the road.
Trail's getting hard to make out this kind of country.
You've ridden this area plenty. Any idea where they might be headed? Someplace where they could hide a whole bunch of horses?
Well, if I was stealing horses, Blackfish Canyon'd be the place. Good grazing up there for a few cattle. Shack up there nearby. No one goes up there anymore. What's the matter?
It was a mighty quick answer. You wouldn't have thought of that before, would you?
Well, Pat, you asked me a question, I give you an answer, you try to hang me for it, what?
We'll ride as close as we can, and then we'll walk. Likely in the shack.
We can cut her off. Wait. They got some guns, Patrick. What if they start shooting at us? They won't.
Jill, run! Get away!
Get after that one, Billy.
All right, you can touch part of me. Okay, right here. Now you get your friend. Come on, I know more of that stuff. We're going back to the cabin.
You ain't gonna get me back there.
Yes, I am.
Oh, no, you're not. What are you doing? You!
I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry, but I think you ought to learn to act like a lady. Are you ready to go?
Uh-huh.
All right. Got mine.
There's nothing between here and the shack for cover. I had to wait till you got back. Keep firing over that window. Keep her away from it until I get a chance to get to the shack.
Ah!
gave that girl, she'll brought her in line. You know, if the judge lets him off easy, she's going to remember that for a long time. You know what I've been thinking about, Patrick? If more of these young'uns got something like that, it'd cause a lot less trouble.
When was the last time it happened to you, Billy?
Me? Patrick, I don't... Why?
Well, you were the one who let these two get loose.
I think Mr. Tundle will expect me back to the ranch, Patrick. I think it's a little late for that, don't you, Patrick?
I hope it isn't, Billy. All right, come on, you two. We've got business inside.
You got 'em locked up all right, eh?
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm glad you didn't have no trouble getting 'em here. You know, I can't tell what them hellions is gonna pull next. Say, Sheriff, you think the judge is gonna let 'em off kind of easy like, eh?
Well, he's the toughest judge in this part of the country.
He is, huh? Well, Sheriff, now them gals ain't perfect, but, oh, they've been doing most of the cooking and the chores, and, you know, I couldn't afford to pay nobody to do that sort of thing.
You could do it yourself.
I've been sick for a number of years. Sheriff, you can put in a word with the judge for him, huh?
I plan to. And he'll probably do what I recommend. And I'm going to recommend a lot of things. Like barring you from buying whiskey in this county. Like getting some decent clothes for those girls and charging you for them.
But I ain't getting no money, Sheriff.
Like letting you work on the county road to pay for them. McBean, you've got a new life in store for you. You're going to clean up that shack and give those girls a good home. You're going to become a decent, God-fearing, respectable citizen.
But you can't do this to me, Sheriff.
Would you care to know the jail sentence for neglecting children or letting children go astray?
Them two. They got me into this.
McBean, you're going to become a father.
Looking for Judge Barlow's place? Figured I hit it before now.
County line's just the other side of that rise. Can't miss Barlow's place. He's just over the line.
Okay. Much wise.
Any man who'd go over there by himself is either local or working for Barlow.
Looks to me like he could take care of himself.
That kid? Come on, Jimmy. Gotta finish this section today.
Shell out your hardware, boy.
pay $14 for that Lightning model. Take care of it for me, will you? How are you? Thank you, mister. You Judge Barlow? I'll deliver that herd of cows you ordered for Mr. Tundle. I rode on down here from your ranch to pick up the money for it.
Where's your crew?
Why send them on back? I got your foreman's tally on the herds here.
All right. I'll send him a note to the Lincoln Bank.
You said you'd pay me in hard money.
I could take that as an insult.
Yeah, I guess you could. Of course, that'd cost you that herd of cows, Judge.
13 cows is dry work. Give the boy a drink, then hand me my cash box.
Mighty obliging to you, Judge, and I appreciate your hospitality, but I'm not a drinking man. If I can just have the money, I'll be heading on back home.
Suit yourself, cowboy. Ah, 100, 200, 300. 2,000, 20, 40, 60. Sign the bill.
Got drunk and lost all that money, right, Judge?
Court is now in session. Coleridge, bring forward the prisoner. Drunk and disorderly. That's 6 months at hard labor.
Just when I was starting to get some respect for the law. You come along, Judge. You took my money, too, huh? Well, I gotta say, I admire the way you do your business around here. But you gotta turn me loose sometime.
I wouldn't count on that, cowboy. If 6 months ain't long enough to cool you off, there's more where that came from.
What's your name, boy?
William H. Bunny.
Bunny. Judge, he's Billy the Kid.
Ah, no matter. Lock up the prisoner, Coleridge.
Oh, wait a minute, Judge.
Do as I said.
You heard him. On your feet.
Anything you say, Mr. Coleridge, like I said, you gotta turn me loose sometime. I'll be back to collect that money for Mr. Tundle, Judge. Be a good idea for you to have it for me when I come.
Looks like you won't be claiming that $14 Lightning model as soon as you expected, cowboy.
You might be right. But don't bet on it.
You just lock him up and be careful. That's Billy the Kid.
Now, look. This is none of my business. But arresting Billy the Kid.
You're right. It's none of your business. Just keep out of his reach and watch him. I'll be back.
Well, that's it, Jimmy.
You know, I can't figure it. That last survey marker's over by Judge Barlow's place.
Yeah, about 100 yards too far south. The real line's on the other side of his place. Whoever laid this out before must have been using string and guessing.
You gonna tell the judge? You know, he didn't exactly welcome us here.
That's a pleasure I've been promising myself. I want to see his face when I tell him he's just been moved into Lincoln County.
Company coming, Judge. Them two surveyors.
I've been expecting them.
Well, Judge, you know as well as I do, it's got to happen sooner or later.
It's been 10 years since the last Boundary Commission survey was made. It'll be another 10 before they get around to it again.
Still haven't been able to find the old survey markers.
That's too bad. Put you to a lot of work for nothing.
Oh, that's all right. It's part of the job. It doesn't matter because they were wrong anyway. If this fence is supposed to indicate the county line, it misses for 200 feet.
You're sure of that?
Absolutely. Your place is 100 feet over the boundary of Lincoln County, Judge.
And you're going to correct that mistake?
Well, I don't have any choice. Kind of spoils things for you, doesn't it, Judge? Lincoln County's got its own laws. Of course, you can always move your place back across the county line.
It stood here for 20 years. Here it stays.
Well, these markers have got to come up now anyway.
The kid'll bring back the law.
I didn't miss him. I'll get your horse to make sure. I'll take care of its fare.
Take care of the pack horse.
Did you find him?
Nope.
He was badly hit. He won't live long in any case. We'll search for his body tomorrow.
Shouldn't you taken care of that burn yourself?
Ever tried digging in this ground?
I'll fix the marker. What name will I use?
Neely Smith, age 60, died of a stroke.
Talby saw the body.
Give him a bottle, he won't even remember digging the grave.
It's taking a chance, Judge.
Why? Who would he tell?
A rider drifting through said he saw the Lincoln County Sheriff heading his way.
That Garrett? Tall little run at the side of a badge.
Just the same, I don't like the idea of Garrett riding in here.
Let him come. Just as long as he stays in his own county, there'll be no trouble.
And if he decides to come into Gunsight?
The instant he steps across that county line, he's just another man. Remember that.
Look, Judge, times are changing. You can't ride roughshod like you've been doing. Sooner or later, that boundary's going to be straightened out. And those surveyors don't show up, Garrett's going to ask questions. And if that ain't enough, we've got Billy the Kid in there just waiting for a chance at us.
From that hill, far as you can see, I own everything. Been that way for over 20 years. My ranch, my town. And the Gunsight will be a town someday. When I came here, it was a wilderness. No law but what a man carries in his own holster. I nailed a sign up over that store. I made it mean something.
I hanged 5 men the first 6 months I was here. Never had to hang another. I brought the law here. The only law this country ever had.
It was a long time ago, Judge. You've got a dozen men like old Talby working out their sentences. But the law, the real law, won't buy that. You know it as well as I do.
I only know what I've done and what I'm going to keep on doing. A man takes what he wants, hangs on to it the best way he can. That's the only real law there is. Easy, fella, easy.
I tried to get away. They shot me.
I'll get you to a doctor.
Wait. I gotta tell you. County line.
Something wrong, mister?
Yeah, I found this man down the road. He was badly hurt. Shot.
About all anybody will do for him is bury him.
You know him?
Never seen him before. I'd remember him, too. A lot of saddle tramps pass this way.
He wasn't a ranch hand, not wearing those clothes.
I'm Judge Barlow.
My name's Garrett, Lincoln County. I found this man down the road. He was still alive then. This is the nearest place I could look for help.
You're out of your county, Garrett.
Well, I didn't think that would matter with a man's life at stake.
The man's dead.
Well, that's unfortunate. You did the right thing, Garrett. We'll see that he gets a decent burial. If he has any identification, we'll try to notify his people.
Thanks, but I'll take care of that myself.
I tell you again, Garrett, you're not in Lincoln County. You brought him here. We'll take care of him.
Marlowe, I've seen no warrant naming you a territorial judge.
I petitioned the territorial governor for my appointment. In the meantime, I intend to maintain the same rules in this area that I've enforced for the past 20 years. One of them is this: to prevent no outside interference in the way I run things.
Hey, that's the other one of them.
You stay out of this, you drunken old fool.
Shove me around, that's right. Hit me. But you'll be wanting me to dig another grave. Neely Smith, age 60.
There's one more rule in gun sight. Nobody carries a gun. That applies to the sheriff of Lincoln County.
I'll take the gun, Garrett.
Don't bother. I was just leaving.
Get Torby. Shut him up.
Garrett will be back.
Then Lincoln County will have to find another sheriff.
Coming up on a man like that can get you shot.
I was drunker, I wouldn't have opened my mouth. But now I got no choice but to get away from him.
Who you running from?
Judge Marlowe and Coleridge.
You one of his prisoners?
One of his slaves, fetching, toting, digging.
And you're safe here. You're across the county line.
That's a funny one, that is. That's what them other two must have thought. Especially the one you brought in.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, all right. They know myself. That was the second body to be buried there today. Ought to know. I dug the grave. And they'll be digging 2 more.
You'd seen the man I brought in before?
He and the other man, the one I buried today, was running the survey line. I saw them up on the ridge early this morning. Other one was shot, too. But bringing in that body was a big surprise to the judge. Even a bigger one than fooling around with Billy the Kid.
What about Billy?
Barlow and Coleridge, pulling their usual stunt. Robbing a man and then jailing him for being a vagrant. Only this time, they picked the wrong one. I'll have to kill him, too.
Nice try, Garrett. Take his gun. You're in the wrong county, aren't you?
You've got a lot to answer for, Barlow. 2 men died here today. I intend to find out why.
That doesn't concern you, Garrett.
I think it does. You arrested Billy Bonney today. That was your worst mistake. Because now, Barlow, you have only 2 choices. Turn him loose or kill him. Either way, it means the end of your kind of law.
A lot of men have thought the same thing, Garrett. I buried them on the hill behind my place.
You kill the kid, I'll see you hanged for it.
Threatening an officer of this court is a felony. I find you guilty. I sentence you to a year at hard labor.
This is a joke.
You won't laugh about it. Now take off the gun belt and let's go.
As I live and breathe. Ain't old Patrick. We ain't been in jail together in a long time, boy. What'd you do? Rustle some of the judge's cows?
Maybe I should ask you the same question, Billy.
You won't believe it, Patrick, but it's the other way around. And I started to believe you when you spouted some of that stuff about the law. Kinda made sense to me. Sure doesn't make any sense now.
Barlow and Coleridge don't represent the law. They're just a couple of lobo wolves.
Well, you know, they pay a bounty for wolf pelts.
Yeah, first you gotta catch the wolf.
Yeah? Well, I've been thinking the same thing.
What are you planning to do about it, Billy?
What do you mean? What can I do about it?
Stop playing games. Hand it over.
Well, now, a man has a right to defend himself, Patrick.
Hand it over, Billy.
I won this thing, the poker game is, one of the barrels busted, it won't fire.
I suppose you held on to it for good luck.
Yeah, something like that. The Charlotte Chamber is the only one I have.
It'll have to do.
Say, Patrick, I hate to remind you about it, but jail breaking is against the law.
We'll have to kill them both. There'll be a stink about Garrett, but it'll blow over.
You should have asked the kid's name first.
That doesn't change a thing. Turn them both loose. Tell them I apologize. Tell them anything. Just let them walk out that door.
But
You heard me. Leave your gun here.
First time I ever seen the judge back water. He's turning you both loose.
You mean just like that?
That's right. You're as free as the wind.
Fine. And the wind's blowing you along with us. Move.
And I said you were free to go.
And I said you're moving with us. You first. Don't try it, Barlow.
There's no way out, Garrett. Fire at me and you're dead.
It's over, Barlow.
I faced trouble before, Garrett. I brought the law, my kind of law, into this territory. Nothing will change that.
Barlow, throw down your gun and step across the county line. Do it now.
Are you a fool, Garrett? Or do you think I am?
Don't kill him, Billy.
That 6 months went by fast, Judge. Turn around. You owe me $2,060, Judge. Pay up. Turn around and start shooting, I don't care which.
Throw down your gun, Barlow, and step across the line. Let him go, Billy.
You pay me back that money, Judge. You ain't going as far as that county line.
Billy, hand him a gun belt. Get us a couple of horses.
Can't tell me what to do, Patrick. I ain't in your county.
Get hold of yourself. I'm the sheriff. Miss, it's all right. I'm the sheriff. I'm Pat Garrett.
I thought you were. He's still here. Look out!
Oh, there's no one here. You're safe now.
He tried to kill me. Don't let him get me.
Safe now.
Please,
Calm
don't
down.
let him get me, please.
What happened here? Who are you hiding from? Miss, get hold of yourself. You've got to tell me what happened. I'm sorry. But you've got to make some sense.
He was a beast. A monster. He killed them. I ran. He came after me.
Do you know him?
I don't know. He was horrible.
Had you ever seen him before?
No. No.
All right, that's it. I've got to look around. You better stay with me. Come on. Mister. He's gone. There's no place he could be hiding. You can see that for yourself. Now, look, miss, I know it isn't easy, but you'll have to tell me what happened.
Mr. Corbin was standing by the pump. That beast ran for him. Shot him. And he came toward the house. He saw me in the window. The look in his eyes. I ran out the back door. I hid in the barn.
I must have scared him off when I rode up.
How did you happen to come here?
There was a message at my office. Ed Corbin wanted to see me. Didn't say why. Did he say anything to you? Nothing seems to be missing. That rules out robbery. Any reason you can think of for him killing the Corbins? Could they have known him?
I don't know. I've only lived with them for 2 months.
Were they kin of yours?
I'm the hired girl, Agatha Evans. Aggie.
What is it, Miss Evans?
I don't think he came here to kill them. I think he came for me.
I'll get you on into town. You better go in and pack some things. His boot prints. The biggest man I ever saw. Would you wait inside for me?
I'd rather not be alone.
You'll be safe. I've got to tell someone about these killings.
The doctor?
Yeah, Ed was Doc Corbin's only son.
I met the doctor once. I don't think he'd mind if I came along.
Now, here we go.
You better stay in town a couple of days. I want to be sure there's no infection.
I got a week off, Doc. I was figuring on riding down to El Paso.
That's up to you. How did it happen?
Oh, it was an accident.
I'm sorry, Belito. Forgive me, mi amado.
My fault, Rita. If anyone's to blame, it's me. I learned not to play fool jokes on you when you're carrying this thing around.
The men who dance with me at the cantina are not all so nice as you, Belito. When you grabbed me from behind, I didn't think. I will never carry it again. It is yours, Doctor.
That's beautiful. A workmanship. Where'd you get it?
Rita's people, Doc, think a knife like that can kill evil spirits.
It's worth too much. You keep it.
It has drawn the blood of a friend.
Excuse me. Hello, Sheriff. Come on in.
Doctor?
Aggie, what are you doing here?
Well, Dr. Corbin, I brought her in with me because Doctor, I think you'd better sit down.
Now, Pat, what is this?
Dr. Corbin, I just rode in from Ed's place. He and his wife were murdered this morning.
Ed and...
I'm sorry, Doctor. I found their bodies out of the ranch. Aggie here saved herself from the killer by hiding in a barn.
Oh, why would anyone want to kill Sarah and Ed, Patrick?
Billy, I don't know.
Simon Hall.
You know the killer?
My boy and I came out here more than 10 years ago to get away from this thing. Leave it behind us.
Leave what behind you, Dr. Corbin?
Feud. 2 families, the Corbins and the Howells. We were the only ones left. I wanted no more of it.
Then this Simon Hull followed you out here.
Simon Hull had been dead for 12 years. I saw him buried.
Well, did he have a brother or a son who looked anything like him?
No.
Well, no matter who he is, a man who looks like that can't stay hidden. I'm organizing a search party.
I'm riding out with you, Patrick.
Thanks, Billy, but it may be that the killer did not have the Corbins in mind. He could have come there for Miss Evans. She saw him a few days before. He was watching her. I'm going to find her a place here in town, but I'd kind of like somebody to keep an eye on her just in case. Would you do that, Billy?
Sure thing. That wouldn't be too hard, Patrick. The doctor wants me to stay in town anyway, huh?
Aggie can stay here. A spare room upstairs.
Thank you, Doctor.
I'll bring a carpet bag over before I leave. She needs some rest, Doctor. And, so do you.
Come with me, Aggie.
Thank you. Thank you for everything.
Billy, keep an eye on that girl.
Why must Billy do this? There are other men.
And you like that, Patrick? A jealous woman here.
This is serious, Billy.
I'm always serious, Patrick.
I'll be back in a few days, with luck.
I do not like the way you look at that girl. But if you do more than look at her, I will cut your throat the next time.
Yeah, I kind of guess you would at that.
Where'd you learn to play chess, Billy?
A Mexican I used to ride with, Doc. He had some kind of title once. At least that's what he told me.
Well, always glad to meet a chess player. Bring him around sometime.
Well, I don't think I can do that, Doc. See, he was hanged last year down El Paso and stealing a horse.
Well, I guess we call that a draw. Agreed?
Yes, all right.
You know, that Aggie's a brave girl. It's been pretty terrifying for her, but she's held up under it. Now, you find this very comfortable, Billy. I slept on it many a night. Matter of fact, when my boy was young, he often slept on it. Good night.
Good night, sir. Safer inside here.
He came here for me.
Took him off here. He climbed this tree there to get to the window. So he broke this branch here.
Yeah, I saw those boots over at the office. He's big, all right, but he moves real easy.
Patrick, about dark today, that was my fault, right?
No, Billy, that killer's made fools of us all. I trailed him from Ed Corbin's place to a stream. We covered every foot of that stream bed for miles. Not even a sign of him leaving it. They've still been there. You hadn't sent for me. How's Aggie taking it?
She's all right. Rita's with her now. She's sleeping.
I wonder if the doc was right. Simon Hull being dead.
He said he saw him buried.
But even eyewitnesses can make mistakes.
Aggie figured he came here for her.
Maybe. But it's the Corbins who've been getting killed. The doc came from Tennessee. Bidden, Tennessee.
She's awake now.
Oh. Wait for me, Billy.
Stay away from her, Billy.
You pick a poor time to be jealous, Rita.
Believe what you want, but death follows her. I saw it in her eyes when she woke up and looked at me. It was death I saw.
You saw fear, Rita. She had reason for it.
Promise me, do not be with her.
Don't try to force a promise, Rita. I don't like that.
I was sitting over there on that chair. I didn't hear a thing. Suddenly I looked down and saw him. I ran downstairs.
Of course, he could have been looking for you when he killed the doc.
He was.
The only other possibility is that feud.
Maybe if I get as far away from this town as I can,
Yes, that might be best. If it were handled right, it'd be pretty hard for him to follow you.
I won't tell anybody where I'm going. He'll never find me.
Of course, you'd have to tell me. When we find him, we need you at the trial. You're the only witness. You're the only one who's ever seen him.
And lived.
Is it possible this man could have known you before you came here?
No, I don't think so.
Where'd you come from?
Galesburg, Illinois.
Well, I'll wire the Galesburg Marshal. Might be somebody there that he'd know of and you didn't.
I don't think so. It's a small town.
Marshal would know you then.
Yes. He knew Mother and me.
What happened to that little carpet bag?
I unpacked it. It's in the closet.
You'll be needing it again in about a week.
A week?
Yeah, I think you'd better stay around here for another week.
Sheriff, I'm afraid
You'll be safe. I promise that. Billy will help. You'll never be out of my sight or his.
She all right?
Billy, keep her in the house. Don't let her out of your sight for a minute.
It's kind of difficult, Patrick.
There may be a killer after that girl.
Maybe.
Yeah, when I was a little boy, I never quite believed in a bogeyman.
Billy, you've got to help me.
How's that?
I've got to leave here. I'm terrified.
Oh, look, you're safe here, Aggie.
I can't stand it any longer. The thought of that beast.
Oh, look, Aggie, look. I'm going to be right here with you every minute, see?
I beg you, Billy. Please. Please get me away from here. I can ride. Get me a horse. Please. Billy? You'll do it?
See, Aggie, Patrick would be mighty put out if I took you out of town right now.
You don't always do what he says.
Oh,
Doc Corbin told me about how you two get along. Please do this for me.
Aggie, you see, let me tell you something. Patrick's just about the only fella that's ever really trusted me, see? I just don't figure I can afford to lose that, Aggie.
Why the Galesburg Marshal, he knows of you and your mother. He didn't know anyone around there like the killer you described.
I knew he wouldn't. I don't know what you were thinking, Sheriff.
I'll tell you what I'm thinking. You'd be interested. It came to me that you could have been the one who killed Ed and his wife, then come over here and kill Doc Corbin.
Me? Kill those people?
Now, wait a minute, Patrick. What about the boots and the footprints?
So you could have had those boots made anywhere. It would have been an easy matter to step out those tracks at the ranch.
No, I found them right out here.
I figured she carried them over here in that carpet bag, or maybe I should say I carried them. And the night she killed the doc, she opened the window, dropped them outside, broke that branch. It's a good case. All it lacks is a reason for the killings.
I don't know what to say. It's too horrible.
And like I said, it was all speculation until the marshal of Bearden, Tennessee, answered my telegram. He gave me a complete rundown on the Corbins and the Hulls. That's your name, isn't it? Hull?
No. No!
A woman named May Hull left Bearden, Tennessee 12 years ago, just after her husband had been killed in the feud with the Corbins. She had one child, a daughter, 5 years old. Her name was Agatha. The Marshal of Galesburg said a woman named May Evans and her daughter, Agatha, had lived there for about 12 years. It's out in the open now. Aggie, I'm arresting you for those murders.
Get away from me. I want you to understand, Billy. They weren't murders. It was what I had to do. Believe me?
Aggie, put that gun down.
They killed my father, Billy. My mother told me they had to die. I only did what she said. I never hated them or anything.
Aggie, I'd feel better if you had hated them.
I never hated anybody.
Aggie, give me that gun.
I wish you hadn't found out. Especially you, Billy. You'll have to hang me or put me in prison. So I'll have to shoot you, too.
It's senseless. You'll only get off one shot. There are two of us.
I'm not sure about you. But Billy couldn't shoot me. Could you, Billy? So you'll have to be first. I'll tell a nice little story about how you two fought over me and shot it out. Right in my room.
Billy, if she pulls that trigger, kill her.
You heard him, Aggie.
I don't think you could, Billy.
No. What happened? No.
Rita did it. We both know that, Billy. She'll have to stand trial.
No jury will ever convict her.
I know that.
Why do you want to put her through something like that?
Billy, I don't have any choice.
Say, Patrick, you're a hard man to catch up with there, boy.
I can say the same thing about you, Billy. I suppose you know you're going to have to buy Murphy a new back bar mirror.
Oh, now, Patrick, that ain't right, just because the old mirror got away with little old bullets.
When Tundle pays you the first of the month, either you get Murphy a new mirror, or you can expect me to come looking for you.
Yeah, you're such a trusting soul where I'm concerned there, boy. Anyway, I saved you the trouble. I paid Murphy this morning for that mirror. I just having some fun. Hey, Patrick! Wait up! Wait a minute! Why are you going all slicked up?
Huh? Oh, it's Sunday, I'm paying a social call.
You planned a social call? You? Boy, one time I ever seen you slicked us for a funeral or a wedding. Oh, wait a minute. Don't this road run right past the Oberon place in Theresa?
Billy, mind your own business.
Oh, you mean you ain't going past the Oberon place?
Why this sudden interest in my affairs?
Well, I just seems to me like a fella your age ought to start thinking about the future. And Theresa is a pretty gal in these parts.
Yeah, that's true, but I don't need your help, Billy.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say that. I've seen some fiddle-footed cowhands where girls are concerned, boy, but you...
Yeah?
Well, if you ain't going to see Theresa, I will. Come on,
Len, get this stuff in the wagon.
You have no respect, not even for God.
It's racist.
That's the trouble with your kind. You won't what you ain't got the strength to take.
Billy, call off your dog or you'll dig his grave.
Dalen, let the girl go. I'm within my rights, Garrett. Oberon built this place on my land.
There's a judge and a court of law in Lincoln. You know the road into town.
I don't need law, handle nesters.
There's three of you. Let's see you handle it, Bailey.
Stay out of this, Billy. Billy, if you don't have a deed to this land.
But I have. All registered and everything.
The Oberons have been living here for better than a year. Why did you wait until today to put them off?
I don't have to explain to you, Garrett.
You'll explain it to me or Judge Ryder.
You don't scare me, Garrett. Neither does your reputation. Or your pal, Billy the Kid.
You care to prove that, Mr. Bailey?
Leave it alone, Billy. I'm waiting, Billy.
I bought this land from Juan Ortego 3 days ago. Forgot he owned it. Part of a Spanish land grant.
But you hadn't forgotten.
I need grass, land, water. I take it where I find it. Don't allow nesters to stay on it.
You have to throw your weight around, don't you, Billy? If this is your land, you could have made the move without hurting them, but that isn't your way, is it?
Might be, if I was in love with Oberon's half-breed Mexican daughter, like you are.
What's holding you back?
It's all over with, Billy. Get him to a doctor. He isn't hurt bad.
You still don't scare me, Garrett. I'll see you again.
Sooner or later, ain't you, Patrick? Why not sooner?
Pat, he is dead, Pat. His heart.
Well, finish loading the wagon, Patrick.
I don't have to tell you how sorry I am, Teresa.
No, you do not have to say, Pat. I know what you feel, just as you know what is in my heart. My father was not a strong man. It was a mistake for us to come here. But this is what he always wanted. To stand on his own feet, to own his land, to to use his hands in making a place for us. It came too late for him.
Teresa, it's not too late for us. I love you.
As I love you, Pat. But there is a shadow over us, a coldness. I feel it.
We can't be afraid of shadows. We have our lives to live, Teresa. Together, if you'll have me. I know this isn't the time or the place, but...
I've been waiting for you to speak. But now...
I want you to marry me. As soon as possible.
You must know my answer, Pat. I wish my father had been more like you, Pat. Strong. But it is over now, isn't it? I must go.
We better get started. It's getting late. You need some rest.
Billy, I'm taking Teresa into Lincoln. She'll stay with her uncle.
I'll ride just that far with you. What do you say, Patrick? Did you get Teresa settled?
Yeah. Yeah, she's resting now.
Billy!
I'm taking your advice. I've asked Teresa to marry me. She said yes.
Are you serious about getting married?
Yeah. As serious as I can ever be about anything.
Uh-huh. Well, she's too good for you and me, Patrick, but I think you'll make her happy. Unless Bailey kills you first.
That is my problem.
We're a lot alike, Patrick, you and me. The only difference is you learn to control your instincts and I ain't.
That's all too true, Billy.
I saw Doc Pinfield today. He said Bailey'd been there. Doc dug your slug out of Bailey's shoulder. Doc also told me that Bailey'd be just about as good as new in a month. So the way I figure, one of you guys have to die in about a month. And I wouldn't want to bury a bridegroom.
Billy, it's still my problem. And until Bailey makes the first move, there is no problem. Remember that. I can do my own killing if it's necessary.
Even if it might be me someday, Patrick?
Even you, Billy.
Yeah, well, that sounds more like Pat Garrett. All right, I promise I'll leave Bailey alone if he don't try to start something. But if he does, I'll give you his ears for wearing presents.
I call that shooting, boss.
Good enough to down Garrett?
The only man I ever saw do better was Billy the Kid.
How long have Garrett and the kid been pals?
Garrett knew Billy in a Santa Fe. He was just 10 or 12 years old. I heard talk Garrett rode with him in Mexico.
Yeah, elsewhere, too. Garrett don't smell like a rose, either.
The way he wears that badge, you would never think he ran from one.
That's a mistake. The man that faces Garrett can't afford any. Garrett never ran from anything or anybody in his life.
That's his reputation. But I heard that John Wesley Hardin faced him down once in El Paso.
You're a fool if you believe that. Even knowing that Hardin is faster than Billy the Kid and Garrett either one. Funny thing about gunfighters, they don't fight among themselves. Now take Billy and Pat Garrett, for instance. Sure, the odds are they'll shoot it out someday. But not soon. Not if they can head it off.
Maybe we ought to wait.
No. I don't know if Billy the Kid will back Garrett's play when the time comes. But if he does, I'll face him too.
The family man has more to worry about. Garrett's getting married tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Well, that's as good a time as any. Oberon's girl will be a widow before she's a wife.
You look lovely, Teresa. It's sad.
Only in your eyes, Pat. And I am not sad. Tomorrow we will be married. Are you sure it is not just because you feel sorry for me?
No one could ever really feel sorry for a woman as beautiful as you are. Teresa, the only thing that puzzles me is why you could ever say yes to a man like me.
Because I love you, and because we share the same sadness always.
Why do you say that?
All my life I have walked in the shadow of sadness. My people call it noche triste, the sad night. It touches us always. I have known it so long I can recognize it in others as when I see you with Billy.
There's nothing sad about Billy.
Or is it that you do not look, that you do not see?
This time I saw Billy, he was a skinny little kid running around the streets of Santa Fe in bare feet. Just seemed like he never got a break.
So you must give him one. I love you for that too.
So long as you love me, I don't care why. Now let's talk about us. I've got a small ranch out of town. It isn't much, but one of these days we'll have the money to fix it up. Meanwhile, I've rented a house.
Our house? Oh, it sounds wonderful. Hold me tight, Pat. Tighter.
What brings you to town? A wedding?
Yeah, something like that. You sure you're going through this thing, Patrick? I mean, a man's been a bachelor as long as you have it all, you know.
Too long.
How come, I don't understand you waiting on your wedding day?
Only until noon, then I'm off for about 2 weeks. And, Billy, I don't like the idea of a chivalry on my wedding night.
Oh, no, well, that's one time I agree with you. You, look at this. I went all the way to El Paso to get this thing for your wedding present. Huh? I'm going, open it up. Something practical for you.
Practical?
Yeah, well, I meant it to be funny, Patrick. I mean, I seen you admiring these things in El Paso, and I was thinking of Neil Bailey. I reckon it ain't funny, huh?
Yeah, thanks, Billy.
Oh, I thought you'd like him. I bought Teresa a big set of combs, too. I'd try these things out sometime.
Yeah, in about 2 weeks. Now, it's time I started getting ready.
You ain't nervous, are you?
Between you and me, Billy, I'm scared still.
Good morning, Sheriff.
Looks like you're going to get another wedding present, too.
Don't do it, Billy.
You can't settle things with Bailey on your wedding day, Patrick, but I can.
Billy, don't make trouble for me.
I don't want to do that. All right, I'll wait. Just as long as Bailey does.
Let them get married first.
But what?
I want Oberon's girl to see it happen.
Let's get a drink.
Billy, if you're planning to go inside, you better leave your pistol here. The Padre had some very strong ideas about guns.
Well, I haven't taken this thing off. Even go to bed lately. Well, I'll miss your wedding.
Well, I'll leave you here. I'm supposed to go in the side door.
Right.
I thought it was bad luck for the groom to see the bride in the wedding dress before the ceremony.
I had to see you, Pat. I heard Bailey rode into Lincoln.
There's nothing to worry about. He has a right to come into town.
But why today?
I don't know. You're beautiful.
Nothing frightens you, does it, Pat?
The only thing that frightens me is that I might wake up and find out that marrying you is just a cowboy's dream.
Is that a dream?
If it is, I hope I never wake up.
The Padre's waiting. We will go in together.
It's time.
I love you, Pat.
She's dead, Billy. I should have killed him. I should have killed him when I had the chance.
No, it's my fault. Take care of her for me, Padre.
We've been down here till they show themselves. Patrick, come back! Patrick!
I'll finish it myself, Billy.
I ain't got a gun.
Patrick, that's enough. You hear me? You go on, you tell him you do what I do. You go ahead, Patrick. You do what I do. You beat him to death with your own hands. But I ain't going to stop you, Patrick. Now, ever since I was a kid, I respected you, Patrick. I really respected you and what you stood for. I remember all them lectures you used to give me about the law and what it stood for, Patrick. But now I know you were lying. It was all lies, Patrick. Give you good enough reason, and the law don't mean anything to you. Nothing to you, does it, Patrick?
Lock him up for me, Billy. Good morning, Lieutenant.
There it is. Proof.
Not more than 40 proof if it's like the rest of the bar whiskey around here.
I'm not joking. One of my men found this just outside the Mescalero reservation. Oh, I know somebody's selling these savages whiskey. This sort of thing could inflame the whole frontier. I want it stopped.
Lieutenant, I wouldn't worry about the frontier. The Indian wars are a thing of the past. But let's get one thing straight. I was the one who told you last week those mescaleros were getting whiskey. You were the one who said it was absolutely impossible to smuggle it past your men.
It's against federal law to sell contraband to these savages. I want the man that's doing it arrested.
Fine. Fine. What's his name?
It's your responsibility to find that out, Sheriff.
Lieutenant, what do you think I've been trying to do for the past week?
I won't comment on your capabilities. I've only been stationed here for a month. But in the East, we know how to bring criminals to justice. I'll hold this as evidence.
Yeah, you do that. And if you lose that one, you'll find plenty more at any saloon in town. Drop that rifle. And drop it or I'll fire. You're drunk.
Me get blue coat.
You're lucky if that's what you were trying. You missed. Where did you get that whiskey?
McBean, good friend of Apache.
Even your own office isn't safe, Sheriff. I'll certainly put that in my report.
Lieutenant, you can take your report to wherever it goes. Meanwhile, give me a hand with Sam here. We'll put him in a cell. I'll question him when he sobers up.
Stay right here. I'll take care of the buying. And stay away from him. I got a hard enough time keeping you two out of trouble. You hear me?
Yes, Pa.
Yes, Pa. Yes, Pa.
We shouldn't have brung it into town like this, May. What if Pa'd catch on? Don't worry. When we get to Split Fork, you keep Pa busy. I'll get the box off the wagon, and they can pick it up later. Yeah, but what about the money? Oh, those Indians are honest. They'll pay.
How you doing, Patrick?
Billy, I'm sorry. I've got business right now.
Afternoon, Sheriff.
Afternoon, girls. Your Pa inside? You been treating you girls all right lately?
Oh, Pa's a changed man since you had that talk with him, Sheriff. Yeah, he fixed up our house and even bought us some dresses.
Girls, I want an honest answer. Has he been acting like he might be up to something?
Oh, no, Sheriff. Not Pa. You, sure use up plenty of supplies on Mr. Tundle's ranch.
Yeah, we got a pretty fair load here.
Why don't you ever come on by our place and see my sister and me? It's not far from Mr. Tundle's.
Maybe it's because you ain't never asked me. But then you gals cause enough trouble without me hanging around you.
Nay, we better get the wagon and get on home. Oh, yeah, well, come on by sometime, Billy. If we run now, he's gonna know it's us. Yeah, but if we stay around here, he'll find the box. Billy, Pa's getting so many supplies today, we're not gonna have much room. Could you take something for us?
Like what?
Oh, just a box with, some bottles of vinegar.
Yeah, I can take it, make it late getting there. I gotta unload this stuff at Tundle's first, and I'll drive on out.
Well, we wouldn't mind that. Oh, no, we could fix you supper.
All right. What you want? Boy, I'm gonna need supper after lugging this thing around.
Ain't many men that are gentlemen like you. Yeah, we sure is grateful. Them Indians will just have to wait till tomorrow. Yeah, but what if he opens the box?
Sheriff. You fix it so I can't even buy a drink for myself in this county. Now, how would I get whiskey to sell to a pack of Indians?
McBean, you tell me how that Apache knew your name.
Could be an Apache name.
McBean, when that Indian sobers up, he's going to talk. That could be bad for you.
Every time anything happens in this county, you think me and my gals did it. Just 'cause they're high-spirited and well, done a few little pranks one time.
You call horse stealing a prank?
I almost forgot it was your horse he stole. Borrowed. You gals been up to any shenanigans?
Oh, no, Pa. Not us.
You see, Sheriff, I'm just a poor old widower trying to be both ma and pa to them gals. You're gonna get the whole family a bad name accusing me of things like this. Why, you could ruin them gals' lives.
I'll try not to do that, Mr. McBean. And since you've got nothing to hide, you won't mind if I ride out to your place, have a look around?
Wait a minute, Sheriff. I know a man's right. You can't...
I could get a warrant.
Well, if that's the way you feel about it.
I'll get my horse, meet up with you on the road.
Well, get in. That satisfied? You see, you've been all through the house and the barn, and you ain't found nothing incriminating. But you don't have to worry, Sheriff. I ain't gonna hold this again. You see, some folks they get themselves a lawyer and sue, but Sheriff, I just ain't that kind, Sheriff.
That's a nice-looking still you've got there.
Still?
Still.
Oh, that's still. I reckon you want me to confess, eh? Yeah, I've been making some for myself since you wouldn't let me buy any in the county, but I ain't been selling to them Indians. You believe that now, don't you, Sheriff? I'd better get me one of them lawyers.
You get around, don't you, Patrick?
What brings you out here, Billy?
Oh, he came to see me.
Yeah, that's right. Got that box for you.
Box?
Yeah, hold some vinegar out here for him. What's the matter? What are you doing? What are you looking for?
Vinegar.
Sure smells better than vinegar, don't it?
Good stuff.
All right, let's have it.
Have what?
I want a full admission from both of you.
You mean both of us?
Billy, it won't work. He's been making the stuff. You've been delivering it
Oh,
for
come
him.
on now. Don't drag me into this thing. I was doing a favor. Haul this box out here.
Billy, you'd be better off to admit it. You might get off easier.
What do you mean get off easier?
Selling whiskey to Indians carries a stiff term in a federal prison.
Prison?
Yeah.
Well, the way you've been carrying on, I just figured I needed a drink.
McBean, I've been trying to go easy on you, but evidence is evidence. The still was here on your property. You admit to using it. I just caught Billy with a case of illegal whiskey, again on your property.
Oh, come on now. Let
I'll
me...
deal with you later. How do you explain it?
Well, I'm glad you asked me that, Sheriff.
Oh, come on now. Let me tell you what happened here, Patrick. Them girls in town, they asked me to bring this box out here. I brought it out here, and that's all I know about this whole mess.
May and June?
That's right.
Sheriff, them gals. They was the ones that was brewing it. They've been acting mighty peculiar the last month or two.
Get him.
Yeah. Come on out, little girls. Your old daddy wants to have a little talk with you. Get back here. I want to have a talk with you. Oh, them ungrateful pups.
Oh, Patrick, looks like they stole your horse. Again.
I followed him clear into town. Did he put Pa in jail? Yeah, and Billy, too. Boy, he was fussing up a storm. Oh, I heard the sheriff say they were the chief suspects. Oh, do you think the sheriff meant what he said about prison? Yeah, just for selling whiskey to some old Indians. We've got to do something. It ain't fair to let Paul sit in jail just for something we did. Maybe we ought to give ourselves up. And go to prison, too? Huh, I'm sorry, but not that much. Oh, I guess we shouldn't ought to done what we done. We had to, June. I showed you what it said in that book I found. Gals like us just ain't never gonna get married less'n we get a trousseau. Boy, it sure costs a lot of money for them frills and such. Yeah, we'd have had it, too. Another few brews of whiskey. It don't matter now. No fella's gonna look at us more than once with a prison record. Well, we ain't getting no record. And we ain't leaving Pa go to prison. I got an idea. Your last idea landed Pa in the clink.
Come now, Sheriff. You have all the facts we need. One man owned the still, the other transported the whiskey.
Lieutenant, I told you I'd hold those two men for questioning, but I don't think they're guilty.
But you have the facts. In the Army, facts are... facts.
Oh.
Did you get a statement from that assassin?
Assassin?
The Apache. I'll remind you, he tried to kill me, Sheriff. Well, he'll stand trial for that.
No. No, Lieutenant. Not in this town.
You intend to let that potential murderer go free?
Oh, no, he'll be tried for being drunk and disturbing the peace. But assault, to convict him, you'd have to prove intent.
Well, his intent was plain enough.
But not his aim. Lieutenant, everybody in town knows that Apache couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. How he came so close to you is beyond me.
Very well. But since you've had no success in obtaining a confession from the two men you're holding, would you object to my questioning them?
Oh, not at all, Lieutenant. I'm just a county sheriff. It might be they're much too smart for me.
I hope you're enjoying yourself, Patrick.
Why, Billy, I'm just doing this for your own good. You know that.
You come to let me out, eh? Oh, it was them gals, Sheriff. You can take my word.
Gentlemen, this is Lieutenant Baxter. He'd like to question both of you.
Maybe you could help a poor old fella get out of this dungeon, huh? You know, I've been dealing with a hard kind of people here. Colonel.
Well, you may address me as Lieutenant. Boy, stand at attention.
Yes, sir.
On your feet. I'm addressing you.
You want to come in here and argue the point?
I'll deal with you later. Now, McBean, you've committed a grave offense. You understand that?
What's that?
This whiskey business.
Well, I told you I don't know nothing about it. Why you get ear trouble, Colonel?
Lieutenant.
Well, looks like you ought to be a colonel to me.
That takes time in the Army. I have hopes that my rank is not in question here.
Bright young fellow like you just can't sit around and grow potatoes in your ears.
Please, let's just forget about my rank and my ears.
It's up to you. I'm just trying to pass out a mite of wisdom. Like I was your very own daddy.
Why don't you just confess?
You're asking me to disgrace my family name.
If you told me that boy's part in this, I might be able to help your case.
You mean if I told you he done it all, you'd let me out of here, eh?
McBean.
Of course not. Oh, that wouldn't be ethical.
I've finished with these men, Sheriff.
A couple of hard cases, eh, Colonel? Lieutenant.
You mentioned you plan to bring in 2 other suspects.
Mm-hmm.
Girls.
Uh-huh.
You feel they're part of this gang?
Could be. But they just might be the whole gang themselves.
Sheriff, those 2 men are as guilty as any men I've ever seen. You surely can't believe that ridiculous tale that 2 young girls, all by themselves, engaged in making and selling contraband.
Wait until you meet the girls.
Well, I can understand your feeling. I mean, after all, they did steal your horse. I don't even see you attempting to find the girls.
Lieutenant, you haven't given me time to get out of this office and try.
Good day, Sheriff.
Stop right there, mister. I don't want to shoot you, Mr. Garrett.
What is this? Who are they?
3 guesses.
We come to break Pa out of here. We don't want no trouble. But we'll shoot if we have to. You believe that, Mr. Garrett?
Yeah?
Put your guns down easy.
Why, surely this can't be serious.
Lieutenant, take my word for it. It is.
Now, girls, you have to understand that what you're doing is illegal. Now, if you'll just hand me your weapons, we'll deal with you fairly.
Won't be such a nice-looking fella with a hole between your eyes. Now, drop your gun. The keys? I'll watch these 2. You run upstairs and unlock the door. We'll take them with us. Now, move.
Now, maybe you're too young to realize the seriousness of selling whiskey to Indians, but you're old enough to know that what you're doing right now is wrong.
Well, we're sorry for what we did, Mr. Garrett. We didn't mean no harm. But we got no choice now.
Well, even if you get your pa loose and make a run for it, you know I'll have to come after you.
That doesn't mean you're going to catch us. Now, move. Let Pa out. We ain't letting you down, Pa.
You hadn't ought to done this, gals.
Well, we didn't figure they'd blame you for what we done. Now hurry up and get dressed. All right, you 2 in there.
Kind of glad you put me in here now, Patrick, because I wouldn't have missed this for anything.
Billy, it looks like you aren't guilty on this whiskey business, but if you open your mouth in the next 2 minutes, I'll figure out enough charges against you to keep you in here until you are an old man.
Well, I know. I understand how you feel, Patrick. I'd feel the same way. Think that something like this can happen to the finest lawman this county's ever had. Shoot, boy, this story's going to spread like wildfire. They'll be talking about this in every town in the Southwest.
Billy?
Hurry up, Pa. We got to get out of here.
Now, hold on. We ain't going off and leaving Billy in here. He ain't done nothing.
Oh, we can let him out, too.
Well, I hate to run off and leave you here, Patrick.
We sure got to thank the gals for what they done for us.
Yeah, that's right, Big B. We got a lot to thank them for, don't we?
Hey, Pa, come on, Pa.
Now, I'm your daddy, and I'm doing this for your own good.
We don't want no prison record, Pa. No. Oh, Pa.
Come here. Listen, I've been thinking. I think we better go get something to eat, McBean, and talk this thing over before we let the sheriff loose here.
Have your fun, Billy.
Young man, I order you to open this door.
Blue coat.
Watch out, Sheriff. I'll handle him. I'll warn you, Indian. I was awarded a citation in hand-to-hand combat training.
Lieutenant, that won't be necessary. Billy, open that door. Sam, go on home.
Go,
Sam,
On it home.
You go on home too, Billy.
Oh, I was figuring on hanging around here, Patrick, watching the fun.
You've had your fun for today.
Well, you may be right at that. I got a little story to tell some folks I know. Might do good to keep myself.
Billy? Pa, you Pa, in here. Pa.
Well, I asked the lieutenant to talk to them alone for a while.
Well, listen, you know how I felt about turning again Miguel's, but I figured if I helped you out, maybe you'd do something for them.
Well, there's a federal offense involved. The lieutenant will have something to say about that, but I'll do what I can.
Yeah. Well, you see, the only reason they got in trouble was they just wanted to get married, and I figured them getting married would be a good thing for them. And, say, that Billy, he's single, and Sheriff, you're single too.
McBain.
Just a thought. Maybe there wasn't what you had in mind. You know, they're a mite young, but they ain't exactly ugly.
You dry your tears. Sheriff, I think perhaps I agree with you.
Oh?
There's no need to bring these girls up for trial. They did return your horse, and they promised not to do this kind of thing anymore. You know, underneath all that rowdiness, they're really sweet young ladies. Yes, I mean ladies. You see, it just took someone like me to bring that quality out in them.
You like me, Alice, huh?
Well, I'd certainly have to say that now.
Which one you like best, Colonel?
Why don't you two talk that over while I get my work done? You know, Lieutenant, if you'd be willing to take on the responsibility, I'd be willing to parole those two young ladies to you until the hearing tomorrow.
Well, I'd certainly go along with that.
Done.
Ladies?
You've been a real gentleman going easy in Miguel's. But they're going to get what's coming to them the minute I get them home. I got me a switch. Only thing that keeps a woman in line. See, you ever get married, I'll get you one. Kind of token of friendship.
No, Mr. McBean, you take the wrong approach. You have to use kindness and understanding with the gentlers. No, girls! Wait! Why, those two...
Hey, Lieutenant. Kindness and understanding?
But that's my horse!
ভালোবাসা সুন্দর, ভালোবাসাও সুন্দর। মানুষ নিজের অজান্তেই ভালোবেসে ফেলে।
আমারও মনে হয় কি জানেন, আপনার মতো জানাশোনা কাউকে না আমার বিয়ে করা উচিত।
এটা কি উপলক্ষে?
ম্যাডাম, ফুলটা গ্রহণ করুন, তারপরে বলতেছি।
ভোটার আইডি কার্ডে যার স্বাক্ষরের জায়গায় টিপসই দেয়, এখানে কেউ ডাক্তার।
এই দুইজনের মধ্যে যে আগে ম্যাডামের মন জয় করতে পারবে, ম্যাডাম তার।
একদিন না দেখলে তোমায় বন্ধু আন্ধার লাগে সব, তোমার এই প্রেমে এমনই টান।
রোগীদের তো ডক্টরের কাছে আসলে ব্যথা কমে যায়, আপনি একটু উল্টো হলো কেন? আপনি কি একটু উল্টা?
তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, যেও না বন্ধু আমার ভুলিয়া।
মনে হয় আমার সমস্যা কপালে। ম্যাডাম আমার কপালে নেই, আমার কপালে আছে দাগ।
Một video 1 ngày 5 tháng 7 2024 bên Chilling Let's Go của anh sẽ bày tiếp cho các em xem nhé. Ok, để tự lại. Anh sẽ khiển một chút, mình sẽ kiếm được 50 củ để 50 củ để luôn tiếp lên chiến sĩ nhất. Thế nếu lái được thẳng quá trốn mua, lái thẳng rồi. Chi xong rồi phải không? Máy hù tỏ đùa, mày đùa thôi, thầy kệ cho mày tự đi. Chuyển thuyết tăng trưởng mày. Xa sửa binh nhé. Ok, thật ra được 3 của 47 chỉ không? Cộng 3,17 như trừ 20%, tầm chơi được 20%. Đây là nạp chút năng lượng cho qua bản thân. Vay sẽ lên 127 triệu đồng nào. 127 triệu quét à? Đây chơi lên đây, gọi 2 cái màu vàng rồi xong bài kéo ấy. Sao? Nộp. Chơi giảm đất. Xếp thằng này quỷ à? Áp quỷ đô 3 đùa tao cái này cũng là thử làm rồi. Dọc rồi. Chết rồi. Đi kìa. 2 phút rồi. 2 phút hơn của pháo. Mày cộng 10 cho thầy. Cân đùa mạnh đùa tao đây không được làm này nào rồi không máu bao nhiêu đấy rồi ngã chéo mà thêm không được 26 lap rồi
তোমাকে 15 লাখ টাকাই দিতে হবে তুমি যদি দিতে না পারো তোমার বাবাকে কল দাও তোমার যত জমি জিরাত বাড়িতে যা যা আছে এগুলো বেচা হইলো তোমরা আমাদের টাকা পাই পাই করে শোধ করবা
একটা ব্যাপার কি খেয়াল করছো শহরে কিন্তু দুইটা রূপ রাতের এক রূপ দিনের আরেক
বেঁধেছি ঘর হৃদয়ের পর গাঢ় সবুজ ওই গহীন বনে
আরে ব্রো সবসময় চিল থাকতে হবে কিচ্ছু মাথায় নেওয়া যাবে না
ভালোবাসা হচ্ছে একজন আরেকজনের উপর ভরসা করে একজন আরেকজনের হাতের উপর হাত রেখে এই জীবনটা কাটিয়ে দেয় কিছু মানুষ এই রাত জেগে থাকে আর টাকার বিনিময়ে সুখ খোঁজে
বসুন
এখন তো সিরিয়াস হওয়া উচিত তাই না আমি তো কোথাও যাচ্ছি না পার্টি করতে তুমি কেন যাচ্ছ কেন বন্ধ করতে পারতেছো না বলো তো কার যে কোথায় সুখ সেটা তার প্রিয় মানুষটাও কখনো জানতে পারে
পাশাপাশি তবু যাচ্ছি বিপরীতে কাছাকাছি তবু যাচ্ছি বহু দূরে
Hi. You look good.
Thank you.
Thằng nhà thầy chữ đi mia thằng choao. Ai à. Mời xa ta. Thằng Vũ rồi ông mày không Vũ. Chắc là mày rồi. Mua cái gì mua đi cho mua đi cho đi quát á em mua cái gì đi mua đi xong mất trả tiền từ qua giờ anh thấy nó toàn là thằng này các anh em một trực tiếp rồi ông bộ thì bài là check viết lại là thấy đang đúng xoáy đúng không mày đi ra rồi phải không người ta có lòng trọng đấy người số phát có nhót nhìn lên một sóng không tao tắt chân cái đấy rồi tắt chân cái đấy rồi tao nhớ nghe rồi mà tao tắt từ lâu tao ấn tao nhớ nghe gì này giờ 36 à ai vào nó không tắt à tao từ nãy giờ mà tắt chân của nó được tao đánh xong quá đi cái cài ao trên người xuống cài vào Discord phải có sự chịu mê giá được cái rồi tin nhắn rồi đúng rồi thế sao không kéo cái mà tin nhắn mà kéo lên đi tin nhắn rồi tin nhắn là cái đấy nó từng mất luôn này livestream này không thể livestream tắt rồi đàn nhung lúc lôi tay trước này chắc gạo nhưng mà vậy có một bài chỉ tay trước là mua tất cả luôn xem lúa vào hết cả 2 cái 3 bicep luôn, cả bicep luôn, cả hai bố. Vào cả hai cái bicep, hai cái bicep luôn. Chuẩn em rồi. Tập lưng này cứ răng một cái máy thôi, hai cái máy kéo ngang kéo dọc xong. Gì im. Ông kia bảo Tuấn là chỉ biết ngồi chơi game. Rồi. Caloa ơi, duy trì cân bằng caloa. Đâu mày muốn thêm chất gì thì mày phải xem chất các thứ cơ, xem đồ ăn các thứ cơ. Đâu không thì cân đủ caloa được. Khi ăn cái gì không phải ăn cái gì cũng được để đồ ăn vặt, nhưng mà phải lượng calo đấy trong ngày thôi, đừng ăn quá, cái là quá giới hạn không. Ăn cái gì cũng được nhưng mà sẽ là phải vừa thôi. Pet cho người ta của anh, pet vào tuần của anh, pet của anh chi liệt sức. Treo rồi à? Treo rồi à? Không à? Không. Có phép đánh này, có phép đánh như vượn này, phép chạy như nhảy linh tinh này. Phép nó nhảy nhót lên. Với cả lúc mày kéo cam ra xa xa ấy, cái tiền đấy nó chia hết thằng nhân vật rồi. Đó. Vậy ta đấy mà ta đây tao quay biết, nhưng mà mình sẽ còn tầm một nửa, tao còn một nửa. Sắp xong rồi. 100. Không được, xong được mà. Tuần 2 tuần thừa. Mấy lần mà tao chỉ quay 5 ngày nhưng cũng đâu đừng nghe, mà tao cũng lười quay. Cũng là lương mất mấy ngày. Lâu ngày hôm nay 10 tiếng, hồi trước là thế đấy, kia thật trước làm mỗi ngày 10 tiếng đấy. Có đặt mà treo cái auto-file chứ đừng nói nữa, tao thật auto-file. Nhưng mà bữa nhỉ, cả không mấy ông anh ấy đang làm xong thì không thẳng thì đánh game nữa, anh game bữa cái đó gì, đây là không phải biết bắt bẻ công ty đấy, bữa ấy. Sao nói gì khổ anh khổ. chơi mới chơi hay không anh không biết, và anh chơi. Yes. Anh mà phỏng vấn đứa nào hỏi anh thấy bảo là thái độ làm việc của phòng anh nhìn good. Yes. Càng kinh vậy chào. Tôi muốn cục vô. Đây lại của tôi nhất xong rồi xả luôn thôi đánh cái này. Thằng nào càng nhiều càng nắm càng nhiều phần trăm càng to. Bây giờ có một thằng tự ra một thằng của đông môn nó bán hết đi chú Hoàng làm tiếng thôi. Ô đồ bên này đâu hết rồi làm. Mệt quá giờ anh thở lười đấy.